All right, so we need to develop our navigation. And right now, we just have text across the top of our page. And so we need to add that anchor element and then the href attribute and the href's value. Now, if what I just said doesn't make any sense to you, that's okay. We're going to copy this nav. We're going to come over to Gemini. We're going to continue our conversation. And I'm going to say, teach me how to add hyperlinks to my nav. And it's going to explain to you what an anchor is, what an attribute is, what an attribute's value are. And it's going to tell you that, hey, right now this href is the attribute and its value is a hashtag just to kind of like hold space, but it's not really linked to anything yet. And here you could say that you would link it to a file called my-interest.html. So we're going to take this one, we're going to put it on our web page. And we're gonna refresh. And I can now see that I've got these little clickable links here. I don't go anywhere yet, but I've got these clickable links. Also, it's getting kind of hard to read this because it's all inline. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell it to add, to organize this in nesting so that I can easily read it. So I'm gonna copy this. And I'm gonna paste this in there, and I'm gonna say, this is hard, this is difficult for me to read. Is there a better way to organize it for human reading? And it should tell you about nesting and indenting. So it's talking about semantic meaning, correct way to structure your navigation. It's talking about putting in an LIs, list items, right? It's an ordered list. And I'm gonna say, that is easier. But I don't want it in a list. What is it called when you enter the items vertically instead of horizontally? And you notice my spelling isn't great, and I don't really care about it because it's AI smart enough to understand it. So flexbox, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not what I wanted. So I'm gonna tell it to organize it like below, but without the LI elements. So there we go. So I hope I didn't put the UL in there. There we go. So this is easy for my eyes to read. Now, I don't know the term for this, but I would call it, it's nested, it's indented, and it's not in line, right? So in line would be one after the other, and then it took away my pipe characters. I'm just gonna put those back in. All right, let's see. Okay, good. Now what I want to do is I've got this navigation, but I want to make files for each of these. And if I look here, the documentation that I gave you guys, it shows, let me zoom in. that you need to have an index file, people HTML file, interest file, future file, right? Now, I could give this to the AI, and I could say link it to the appropriate files, and it should do it. Let me try that. Read the instructions below. And link my menu based on the instructions. And this should not be this instructions, it should be the instructions. I mean, it should know now that there's going to be, there it goes, index, people, interest, and future, right? So copy this, and now paste. And so now, when I click on this, you're going to see that the links are going to break. I'm going to see 404 not found. And I'm going to see my photos not found. Home not found. Oh, and it removed my pipes. I don't like when it does that, but every once in a while AI doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you tell it to. So the reason it doesn't load those pages is because I don't have this file here. I don't have people.html. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone, duplicate, index, but I'm going to call it people. And then I'm going to clone again, and I'm going to call it interest. And then I'm going to clone again, and I'm going to call it my future. So now I have index, people, interest, future. So now when I click on these links, I should see future, I'm looking at future, people, I'm looking at people. So I'm going to update each one of these pages to be right. So this is Todd Benrud, this is going to be home. And then I'm going to close it, and I'm going to open up future. This is going to be Todd Benrud, future. And then interest, Todd Benrud, interest. And the only reason that I'm doing this is so visually I can see that I'm looking at the correct page. So here's people, future, people, my interests, and home, right? So now these pages, I can navigate through them. So that's your next goal, is to have your page so you can navigate through them.